Welcome to another episode of Cyber Secrets.
Based on real events.
Good morning. In this episode, we're going to talk about After Effects, removing backgrounds from a video, and security implications. So, let's get started. So we're going to start off with a new project within After Effects. Then I'm going to grab a background, and then I'm going to grab a video with the actress, which is going to have a background that we're going to remove. Once the videos are in play, I'm going to drag the actress video onto the timeline, and then go to the Roto Brush tool. This is going to allow us to highlight the area you want to get rid of. But the thing we're going to need to do is go over to the effects area, and then make sure you click the background section. That's going to allow you to actually see or visualize what you're getting rid of. I'm going to do a quick line. As you can see on the right hand side, the background just disappeared. This needs to go frame by frame, so it's going to take a long time. So you see the bottom left, here's the frame section. Then we're going to highlight another area, just get rid of it. This is going to be a quick down and dirty one. And see the frames just went ahead a few frames, and now we'll do it again. This 30-second clip may take half an hour to an hour to do, so it is a little time consuming. Once you're done with all the frames, I usually hit freeze frame. That takes a few minutes. And then after that, I usually go to keying, and then down to the ultra key. That's going to do a lot of cleanup for you. Just drag it right onto the picture, and as you can see, it just went black, so you can now see what you've missed and what you've gotten. I've gotten this far. I'm going to move this video over to the left a little bit, and then drag on the background. So you can see we're going to go over the files, and just put the background in the timeline. Going to resize the background. And there we go. And at this point, you usually want to render in memory so you can actually view the video. So this does take a while. I'm rendering it now. But what if you don't want to render a background in this and put it into some other utility? So what I'm going to do is take out the background, and then if you go up to File, then go to Export, you're going to notice something pretty strange. The items for export to media is not there. Why is that? You actually have to render it again. So I did take the background out. I'm going to render it again without a background. Again, this will take a while. Once it's done rendering, you can actually go back to the encoder queue. But what we're going to do is File, Export, and then choose the render. At this point, we're going to choose what kind of render. We usually use QuickTime. In order to do QuickTime, we usually also go down to make sure that it's also rendering alpha. Alpha is that secondary channel which allows for transparency. Basically your 32-bit. So it's going to end up being an MOV file, or QuickTime, and alpha channel. As far as format options, I usually choose animation, so I'd really good look at that. I'm going to hit OK, and then at this point, go ahead and choose the file you want to save it as, and then render again. When you render it, this is also going to take a while. The reason I'm doing this is so I can make an overlay video that I can actually put into other applications. So sometimes you don't want to use After Effects for everything. You can use other tools like Camtasia. So with that said, I'm going to show an example of Camtasia. So the movie we just created with the transparency, I'm going to drag it on to Camtasia's resource. Then once it's a resource, I can put it into the timeline, which is very similar to After Effects. And then grab the background, make it a resource, and then again drag it into the timeline. Since this is a little time consuming, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward. I've added a few things, and in just a second, we'll see the end result.
When taking the Certified Hacking Forensic Investigator course from Information Warfare Center, you will walk away with the skills needed to perform a digital forensics investigation that can stand up in court.
Success.
From the security perspective, think of it from an information warfare standpoint. You can make anything seem the way you want it to.
Is it really so hard to believe? Your clothes are different, the plugs in your arms. What is real? How do you define real?
Don't believe everything you hear.
And with a little bit more time and effort, this could be a lot more realistic. So as you can see how easy it is to bend reality and make things look a lot more real than they really are. Sometimes when doing these type of ops, just the little things make a huge difference. If anybody noticed, at the very top right-hand side of the screen in that video, there's a logo of Information Warfare Center that looks like it's been painted onto the windows.
like this episode, share it with everyone, and stay tuned for more cyber secrets at www.informationwarfarecenter.com.